Hey, we are live right now. This is Dr. Tina D. Lewis, and I am coming to you from Dallas, Texas. Yes, I am having a blast. I just attended a brunch this weekend, and before I go any further, I want to say happy Mother's Day to each woman, whether you are a surrogate, whether you have adopted a child, whether you are an aunt, a godmother. I just want to say happy Mother's Day to each and every one that plays the role of a mother. I'm stoked out of my mind. Now, those of you who know me, my name is Dr. Tina D. Lewis, and my story is pretty amazing. I mean, we had everything until my mom was in a near fatal car accident. I was only 10 years old. I was in the fifth grade, and it shattered our lives. We went from having everything to having literally nothing, like no thing, right? It's a compound word, no thing. And I developed these attributes at 10 years old that I would never let anyone be in control of where I lived, my zip code, what I ate, or what I did. And so I can tell you the rest was history. I've lived in the projects, I was on welfare. I got pregnant at 18, had my beautiful daughter when I was 19 years old. And I can tell you it was hard. It was really hard. But you get to choose your heart. Being poor is hard. Being wealthy is hard. Working hard is hard. All I have to say is that it's pretty unbelievable what's happening and what's going on today. Ladies, I always have a loss for words when I talk about my story because I cannot believe I am where I am. And what that means is just simply through hard work, perseverance, having that bulldog tenacity. It doesn't mean that I didn't quit and start over again, right? It doesn't mean that I didn't take a break. It didn't mean that I just stayed laser focused. It doesn't mean any of those things. It just says that, I took a detour. But as long as the destination, right, you can change the vehicle, the plane, the train, the car, you can change the vehicle, but never, ever, ever change the destination. And so I made a promise to global women speakers that part of my program would be to bring my mentors, the people who poured into me intellectually, financially, spiritually, prayerfully, that poured into me, that allowed me to give me that fuel that I needed, right? To show me the way, because you can't lead where you've never been. You can't teach what you don't know, and you cannot give what you do not have. And this mentor here, I can tell you he didn't just change my business, he changed my life. He gave me some attributes, he gave me some characteristics. He really like trained me to be something that he knew I could be, because I can tell you this, when I met him, I was hard-headed. I knew it all. I'm telling you, he even hung up in my face. I would never forget that. I'm going to tell you guys about that. Yes, he sure did. And I'm going to tell you, sometimes mentors, they do things and we don't understand it. But yes, this mentor is very special to me for multiple reasons. And I said I was going to share. I don't want to be the one to say, well, my mentor said. I don't want to have to be the middleman. I brought him here personally, up close and personal. Listen, make sure you grab a pen and paper, take notes, because he is no joke. He is no joke. He is a machine, but he's also a loving father of two beautiful, intelligent children that are, I mean, listen, I could go on, but I'm just going to put him on because, listen, let me tell you how humble he is. He is in the airport. He could have said, no, I'm flying today. But he said, Tina, I will show up. I will show up for the women on Mother's Day and to give them something that will catapult not just, their business, but also their lives to a different dimension. So I'm going to move to the side and I'm going to bring none other than one of my mentors. I'm not even going to tell you his name yet. I'm just going to bring him to the stream. He's handsome, ladies. So be ready. 1, 2, 3. I have the one and only Mr. Nick Sornacola. Woo! Let me see some
What's
fireworks.
up?
Yes,
Good afternoon and good evening.
He is coming in from the airport.
Hello from the Phoenix airport. Sorry for that, guys. We had a 3-hour delay, so I was supposed to be on the ground for this. We're boarding right now, but I'm going to be the last person on, so I can try to drop some knowledge here. Tina, thanks for having me on.
Actually, Nick, it's actually my pleasure. So I always tell everyone my story, right, about how I have mentors, how I've been in Necker Island with Richard Branson, how I've been able to meet Oprah and Mark Cuban and Damon Johns and all these billionaires. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bring my mentors to you all, each and every one of you. And so, Nick, it's an honor to be here. He took his company from 0 to $1 billion not a B, $1 billion in 5 years. So Nick, we just want you to pour into us. I want you to pour into the ladies like you poured into me. You've given me everything, the tools, the techniques, the hacks, and the spankings that I needed when I needed them. So I appreciate that. So Nick, take it away. Over to you.
All right. Well, first I'll just give a quick backstory so we can kind of connect that way. I would say my story is probably not all that different from many of y'all. Just very blue collar, middle class upbringing. All four of my grandparents worked at the same factory. My dad worked there, uncles, brothers. I wanted to be rich one day, didn't know how. So I'm like, all right, what are my options? I can't sing, can't dance, can't rhyme, can't act, not going to do anything illegal. So I went on and played college sports. While I was doing that, I got introduced to direct sales network marketing. Joined, was terrible at it. And after 2 years, mastered sales. After 5 years, mastered sales leadership. In 7 years, I made my first million, started a company called Visalis. And 15 years later, we did a couple billion in sales. We had developed a channel of marketing that never existed before called challenge marketing or challenge-based marketing. We were the founders of the Body by Body 90-day challenge. 3.5 million customers, 19 countries, created nearly 80 millionaires. So it was a fun journey. So that's my quick backstory. I currently have a sales accelerator where I work with the top 1% of sales professionals, and then we pick industries and blow out sales. One of those being in the solar industry currently, and I still work passively in the direct sales world. So that's my quick story, Tina, and it's been a pleasure knowing you now for over a decade. This is our 10-year anniversary of working together off and on. And yeah, happy 10.
Woo!
So,
yes.
Don't I get like I get like a diamond or something on our 10-year, don't I? What do I get?
Wow. Wow. May I ask you two questions that's coming in, if that's okay?
Let's go.
Two questions.
Absolutely.
I know you're boarding a plane, but two questions. I want you to tell them about your podcast that I have the honor of being on Tuesday. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. Okay. So there's two different things I do. One is the 20-minute showdown, where that's just a quick live exchange back and forth. We do Facebook Live, we do IG Live, and I just bring on different guests that have been successful, and we just come in with no conversation before. You get to ask me 3 questions, I get to ask you 3 questions, and anything goes. So
What?
completely yeah, anything goes. I get to ask you whatever I want.
Publicly?
Yeah, publicly. There's no rehearsing. And then I also have a podcast called Forged by Fire. And Forged by Fire is the stories about people who had made it, lost it, and are on their way back or have already made it again. So it's the story of that fire down after you had success and lost it.
Wow, I love that. We have someone named Lennox from all the way on LinkedIn saying, hey, that's awesome. He said he would love to, he just returned to UK. He would love to connect with you. That's awesome. Okay, so Nick, you have a lot of things going on, but I know you don't have time right now. I have one request. If you can please return the volume, the audio is choppy. And I don't know if it's because of the airport, but if you can just return, I'm going to let you go on your flight because we have some other ladies that's getting on. We're going to have a Mother's Day celebration. But I am honored that you even said, you know what, I have a 3-hour delay. It's kind of chaotic, but I will be there because I am committed to my word. And you have taught me a lot about integrity. And so I appreciate you. I love you from the top of my heart. And I am so super excited that I'm reconnected with you. I cannot wait to see what you're going to do in your next venture, solar. I mean, come on now. You studied it. If I know anything about you, is I know you studied what you're going to do. And so I'm excited. So if you are in real estate, if you truly are in real estate, did I say real estate? If you're a broker, if you have a company, if you're associated with real estate in any regard, you need to connect with me ASAP. Big things are happening. And I just shared with you that he took his company from 0 to $1 billion in only 5 years. And that was back then. So I can imagine what he's going to do right now. He is a firecracker. He is a rocket. And I can tell you this, he's going to spend the majority of his fuel taking off. And you want to be connected. So Mr. Nick Sonnicola from Miami, Florida, by way of San Diego, by way of Grand Rapids, I totally appreciate you for being here. You are absolutely amazing. Give me a date and we will redo this when you're in your studio, when you're absolutely ready. Well, you're always ready, but when you're able to deliver it without a distraction or having to catch a flight that you waited 3 hours for. We don't want you to miss it.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Much love to y'all.
Thank you so much, Nick. See you later. Bye-bye. Safe travels. All righty. So that was one of my mentors, Nick Sarnicola. All I can tell you is he is incredible. Literally took his company from 0 to $1 billion. 1 billion with a B, $1 billion. And because of him, I was able to make more money than I had ever made in a shortest period of time. And because of those attributes that I learned, right, from my mentor, because of those things that I learned from him, I have been able to amass some wealth that I probably would. Medical school didn't teach me that, right? Education, formal education didn't teach me that. It is the business and the entrepreneurship that teaches you those things. And so I just want to say happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you. Happy Mother's Day. And whether you're have the best relationship with your children, whether you're estranged from your children, whether you don't know where your children are, whether you've lost a child or never physically, biologically birthed a child. I just want to say happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you. You are absolutely amazing. You were made for greatness, as Les Brown says. And I want to share this with you, and then I'm going to let you go. A lot of us, you don't plan, some of us do not plan on being a mother, right? You have your life planned out and you want to be married so you can give your child the best that there is. And then life happens, right? Some of us had children at 12, some 13, 15, 16. I got pregnant at 18, had my daughter when I was 19 years old. And I can tell you that it's one of the best gifts that God can give you. It's a gift, because once you hold your baby in your arms, you're like, oh my gosh, you would do anything that it takes to make sure that that flesh that's wrapped up in a body that's you call your baby, your toddler, your infant, your boo, your smookums, your destiny, whatever you call your child. Once you have that child, your life changes forever. You make sacrifices you would have never thought of making. You will go without to make sure that that child has. You do things with that child always in mind. And so, for those of you who are listening to the sound of my voice, I salute you. Being a mother is hard. There's no instruction book. Everything in life comes with an instruction manual. Even the Bible, right? It says basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's the acronym of the Bible. Everything. A toaster comes with instructions, a car and a manual, even a phone. Our cell phones comes with an instruction manual. Motherhood does not. Oftentimes we raise our children based on how we were raised, and it doesn't mean it was right. It's just passed down from generation to generation. I believe that every mother, every woman, every kid, every female should take a parenting class. You need a parenting class. There are some things that I learned after the facts on how to be a mother. It's just that you would do whatever it takes to make sure that your child does not suffer or go without the things that you desire as a kid. You want to give them a different environment. You want to give them better food. You want to give them better clothing. You want to give them better everything, right? Because you know what it's like to not have. And so, ladies, I salute you on this Mother's Day. This is our 20th episode of Sunday Speaker Series. And my heart is so full for three reasons. One, that I am a mother. Number two, that my daughter is actually here in Dallas, Texas with me. I've had the time of my life. She actually got my makeup done, got my hair done, and she treated me like the queen, even paid for me a massage. And I know those seems like little things, but I can tell you there's nothing like being a mother and having things received from your very own children. It is an honor to be her mother. She is absolutely amazing. Her name is Life Coach John. Her name is Danisha Barre. I love her with everything. And so if it wasn't for her, I would not be a mother, right? And she's exactly what I prayed for. I remember praying to God, like, God, when I got pregnant, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to have any kids until I was married and a millionaire, so I can give her the life that she deserved. But God saw different, right? And she became a catalyst. And for those of you who are using your children as a hindrance, oh, I can't do this because I have a kid. Oh, I can't go here because I have a kid. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to have this because I have a kid. I'm going to ask you to use that as a flip side. I use my daughter not as a hindrance, but as a catalyst. She was the reason why I had to be successful. She was the reason why I made those difficult decisions. She was the reason why failure was no option. She was the reason why that I had to get up and do it again. She was the reason why that I had to get up every single day and go to work. She was the reason why I didn't drop out of school. She was the reason why I had to create a legacy and build $1 million business. Was the reason. She is the reason. And I promise her that I will leave her a legacy, that when I'm gone, she will never have to want for money. She would have to wonder where she's going to live, what she's going to drive, what she's going to eat, that she will be able to perpetuate our legacy. And so, ladies, I have a very important guest that's on the line. She is a childcare queen. Everyone know her from childcare, but I'm telling you this: if you haven't tapped into her as an entrepreneur, then you're missing out. If you have not tapped into this young lady as an entrepreneur, you are missing out. You are missing out. So here's the deal. I want you to tap into her. I want you to follow her on every social media platforms. I want you to reach out to her, inbox her, message her, and say, listen, I heard that you were a beast at building businesses. I heard you were the queen at creating strategy and blueprint. Her name is Joy Maxwell. I'm going to bring her to the front. She's actually both of the guests, right? Were in, like, she's probably driving. I don't know where she is. She was headed to the airport, but she stayed committed to her commitment. That's number one. And she is a premier member of Global Women Speakers. And if you want her to speak anywhere, I can tell you this: your audience will not just leave motivated and inspired, because that wears off. They will leave, get this, they will leave with actionable, practical steps to go and be more, to do more, to have more, so they can give more. Without further ado, I'm going to bring to the forefront my friend, my sister, none other than Joy Maxwell. Hey, woo! Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Dr. Tina. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you turn your phone horizontal so it can be like a...
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yes, there you go. We want you up
Hey,
close
guys.
and personal. Yes. Hey. So, Joy, really quickly, I want you to tell them, who are you and what do you do? Joy, over to you.
Hey, guys. My name is Joy Maxwell. I am the retired school teacher that went from making $40,000 a year to over $40,000 a month as an entrepreneur. I told someone this weekend when I...
Hold on, Joy. Here on Sunday Speaker Series, we have something called a pause break. You cannot run over 40,000 a year in 12 months, so 40,000 in 1 month. Did you just say that?
Yes. Yes.
No, did you just say that?
Yes.
Wait, okay, so because
with receipts to prove it.
Okay, because here's the deal. Like, education, traditional education teaches us that we can make 40, 50, $60,000 in 12 months in a year. That they don't talk about making monthly money, right? At all. So you mean to tell me you made $40,000 in 1 month as an entrepreneur from being a retired school teacher?
Over $40,000 a month.
Okay. Awesome. Well, okay. So if that's the case, now she does childcare, right? She has childcare centers, right? Joy, you have childcare centers, right?
So we have childcare centers, but we also have other endeavors that we do. But that was my first leg. When I left the classroom, childcare was my first leg of entrepreneurship. During that same time, we also dabbled in a clothing boutique. So we...
All right, so we lost her. She is driving to the airport. And so I love our Sunday Speaker Series because this is live, right? It's not pre-recorded, because it's not about giving the appearance of perfection. It's not about making sure that nothing goes wrong. This is about real life. We are entrepreneurs, and that's what we do. We do what needs to be done. And we have guests that have real lives, right? Everything is not so structured. I want you guys to be flexible in your approach, but never, 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 never in the destination. Never give up on the destination, but the approach, you should be flexible. It's totally okay. That's the reality. And so with that being said, I think we have Joy back. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we have her back. Yay, we have her back. Yay. So Joy, take it away.
Okay, can you hear me? All right. Okay. So, like I was saying, when I first stepped out and became an entrepreneur, I had a lot of dreams. I had a lot of visions, but I just didn't have any strategy. When I first left the classroom, I did not have a mentor. I didn't have a coach. I just knew that I had a dream for more. I knew I had a desire for more, and I knew I felt like I could accomplish more if I had the right pieces. And so, like Dr. Tina just told you guys, I'm actually traveling from an event now that was in Dallas, Texas. I am heading back home to sunny Orlando, Florida, but I wanted to keep my commitment and stop on and talk to you guys today. The main thing that I want to just share with you guys is when you have a vision, there's a scripture that says, write the vision, make it plain, and put it on tablets so those that see it might run with it. Oftentimes, as entrepreneurs, oftentimes as leaders, we miss some key components. We miss some key steps when it comes to putting the vision into practice. And so I wanted to tell you guys that now in this part of my journey, what I decided was I wanted to become the very thing that I needed as an entrepreneur when I first started out. I wanted to become that person that was a mentor, that was a coach, that was a voice of reason, that was the one I could bounce ideas off of. And I also wanted to make sure that I provided supports for entrepreneurs so that they had all of the things that they needed. I'm a person that believes in operating in decency and in order. If it's not done decent, if it's not done in order, I just don't think I should be a part of it, because when we show up in the world as our best selves as entrepreneurs, we have to come with a standard. We have to operate in integrity. We have to come presenting to the world the best version of ourselves. And so if we only have one opportunity to present ourselves to the world, and then we show up and we don't keep our word, we don't operate in integrity, we don't have all the pieces to our puzzle, people might get the wrong perception of us. And so a few years ago, we developed a company called Joy Maxwell and Co. And Joy Maxwell and Co. really is the friend to the entrepreneur. It's a friend to a creative, a visionary, a leader. It's the agency that's going to help you launching your next goal. It's going to help you launching your next dream. It's going to help you put things into place that you really need to go to the next level. And it's going to help you to hone in and know that this vision God has given you, this call that God has placed in your heart. We all have heard the cliche before. It was not a conference call. He did not call you and your mama and them at the same time. He called you, because what God has placed inside of you is something that the world needs. What God has placed inside of your bosom, that burning desire to see this dream become a reality, is only a personal call. Others will not understand it. Others will not always support it. The very people you may be waiting to support your dream, goals, and visions may never support you. However, if it is a call that God has truly called you to, not only will He give you the vision, He will also give you the provision. And so, that's who I am. I'm a visionary. I help people make sure that their dream and their goals come to reality. I believe that we have to show up. We have to be persistent. I believe that we have to be pure in our intentions and our endeavors. We have to operate in integrity. I believe that we have to persevere, because oftentimes we'll be met with adversity. We'll be met with struggles. We'll be met with trials. We'll be met with troubles. And if we don't start with that spirit of perseverance, if we don't start with that spirit of pushing through, we're going to miss it. We're going to miss the mark. So I believe that's extremely important as a visionary, that we have a pure heart, that we operate in our purpose, and that we persevere.
Boom, boom, there it is. I mean, we could just stop right there, really, because she just dropped the mic. And so, Joy, I want you to give our audience, the ladies, the mothers that are watching us on Mother's Day, I want you to give them 3 actionable steps that they can truly either, one, increase their characteristic. Because here's the deal. We have to, people know us by our attributes, right? From our fruits that we bear. right? Fruit, period. It's the fruit that we bear, how people know us. So I want you to give them either 3 attributes that an honest or a successful entrepreneur must have. 3 attributes. And then I have more questions. Joy, over to you.
If I could think of 3 attributes that I feel like a successful entrepreneur should have. Must have. Ooh, okay.
Absolutely. Yes. Ooh, come on, bring it.
We must have integrity. We have to have integrity. We have to have integrity because oftentimes we present to the world very well. But when the cameras are off, when we're not on live, when we're not on social media, our characteristic traits don't line up to what the message is we've preached. And so if you really, really, really want to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to operate in integrity. I promise you, your lies, your scams, your schemes, they'll catch up with you. And that will make the difference in longevity of business. You can have some people that are like a one-time customer, and you can have some people who are repeat customers, repeat followers because of the way you operated in integrity. I feel like that we always have to be teachable as leaders. You have to be a person that knows how to lead, but also knows how to follow, because good leaders started out as good followers first.
Woo.
Okay.
Woo, hold up, pass the plate. We need some ties around here. I gotta play ties. Pass the plate, ties and offering time. Ties and offering time. Woo. So number 1 was integrity. What's number 2?
Number 2 is oh man, what did I just say? I'm sorry. Okay, number 1 was integrity. Number 2 was I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. All right, so number 1 is integrity. The second piece that I believe you need to have is those leadership skills, being a good leader, okay? Having that leadership ability to know when to lead, but also know when to follow. So to remain humble, remain teachable. So that's number 2. And then number 3, let me think. She put me on the spot, guys.
Yes, number 3. So integrity, you have to have the ability to be a follower, right? Because nobody's made it. No matter who you are, you have not arrived yet. It's always entrepreneurship success is a journey. It's not a destination. So what's number 3, Joy? Over to you.
So number 3, I feel like, is to remain open for opportunities. I feel like, so I was telling somebody this weekend how I met Dr. Tina. I met Dr. Tina at an event in Paris. Now, here we both are from the States. She's on one coast, I'm on another. However, if I was not open to a new opportunity when it was presented to me, I would have missed this opportunity. I would have never met her. I would have never gone to the event in Paris. I did my due diligence. I remained open. I researched the people who had contacted me, reached out to me, shout out to Win Conferences. And because of that, taking that opportunity, being open, being flexible, I was able to connect with some movers and shakers in this industry that God ordained for me to meet. I don't frequent California very often. I had not been anywhere that Dr. Tina had been previously. So if I was not open, I would have missed that opportunity. And sometimes when we become closed-minded as leaders because we think we know it all, or we think we already have our crew that we work with or run with, and we're not open to new friends. I hear people say no new friends. I don't repeat that. Why? Because I believe collaboration is the new currency. And when you are able to humble yourself and collaborate, some awesome things can come from it.
Boom, mic drop again. Just throw the mic. Boom, just throw it. So the 5 pillars of global women speakers. And here's the deal. I could totally put up a sales page and just collect people and members like wildfire, like literally. But I take the time to interview them because we're not looking for people who are like-minded. We are looking for women who are like-hearted. period, point blank. And our 5 pillars of global women speakers is number 1, charity. Number 1 is you have to be able to give of your time, of your energy to a cause that's bigger than you. You have to want to help people. And in order to help other people, you have to love people, right? You have to see why you're there to serve, right? Servant leadership. Number 1, charity. Number 2, it's culture, the culture. Culture. There are some major companies that are wildly successful because they have culture. Think about Google. Why does everyone love Google? You know what? They have a gym at their facilities. You can swipe your card, go work out, and be paid while you're working out at Google. Why do people love to work at Apple? Same thing. Chick-fil-A, Southwest at one point was the number 1 customer service airlines. You know why? Because Herb, who was the founder of the company, he would actually be on a tarmac. He would be at the reservation desk. He was in the trenches with the people. Southwest was number 1. And that's why it's important to have someone around you that understands your vision. Because once you're gone, are they going to perpetuate your vision or are they going to implement theirs? And so what happened was when Herb passed away, his best friend, who is a CPA and accountant, he took over. Now, let's see, customer service and the accountant is different things. They started focusing on the revenue and the money and not the customer service. He started talking to the people at the top, the executives, not the reservations, not the bag handlers, not the people that's at the entry level that's dealing with the customers. And so they lost their customer service. And right now, they're doing a revamp. They're hiring people and putting them in the right place. And so that's another thing. It's all about positioning. Are you positioned where your best use is appreciated? Are you operating at the level that's your gift, or you're operating where people need it? It's a difference. Now you can operate where your gift can make room for you, or you can operate where somebody tells you they need you to be. It's a total difference. I can tell you the outcome is unbelievable. And so the culture is number 2. Number 3 is community. There's nothing like community. Joy, I mean, you know about community. Communities are important, right? Like in our neighborhoods, in our churches, in our businesses, in our circles of friendship. I mean, we have a community. Yesterday, we had our community. After the event, everyone broke out in their little communities, right? That's what it was. It was little community breakouts. And we were around people who love God. We were around people that prayed. We were around people who ate together. We went on a boat last night. We had a blast. Everyone was equal. We had an absolute blast spending time together. And so that's community. Number 4 is communication. We communicate. If there's an issue, we will communicate. We're not going to take it to someone else because it says take it to your brother if there is an ought. And that's exactly what we do. And number 5 is collaboration. Collaboration. Joy is a premier member of Global Women Speakers. She's here on Sunday Speaker Series. Not only that, I want you guys to tap into her because I'm telling you, she is quiet and humble, but her brain is always on fire. It's not, I'm telling you, if just grab a pen and paper and go say, hey, Joy, how are you? If you just call her, tell her what your issue is, she will start giving you a solution. That's how her brain works. She's solution oriented. But I'm telling you, Joy, do you have a calendar? Like, how can someone book time with you? How can someone spend time with the Joy Maxwell?
Yes, so I do have a calendar link. I am operating off of my phone, so I don't have my calendar in front of me, but they can email me, joy@joymaxwellandco.com. And my assistant will send you the link so that you can book a call. They can also send me a DM on.
Wait, give me that email again so I can put it on the screen. What's your email?
Sure. Joy, Joy, at joymaxwellandco.com.
Awesome. That right now is on the screen. It's Joy at joymaxwellandco.com. Check it out at the bottom of the screen, Joy at joymaxwellandco.com. And how could you not want to do business with somebody's name is Joy? That means they have to be joyful, right? So yes, Joy at joymaxwellandco, or go ahead, Joy, the DM.
Yeah, they can shoot me a DM on Instagram, Joy Maxwell, the Visionary, where we are bringing your dreams to reality. You can shoot me a message. I would love to connect, love to work with you guys, meet you guys, collaborate, network. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
And here's the deal. If you connect with Joy, you will not purchase, not buy, but invest in yourself and her program. She will take $100 off. Not that she's losing $100, but $100 will come from Global Women Speakers because she represents us. She is a part of Global Women Speakers. So if you just mention Global Women Speakers, she would give you $100 off and give me the tab. And here's the deal. You got to complete it. You can't come and say, oh, it didn't help. No, you got to do the work. Ladies, we will do it with you, but we will not do it for you. We will do it with you, but we will not do it for you. Period, point blank. Joy, you agree?
I totally agree. Faith without works is dead. So we got to put the work in.
Dead. I mean, I can raise my hand because I know that I've invested in a lot of things. And I can tell you, I didn't complete a lot, but I didn't blame the coach. I didn't blame the mentor. I didn't blame the program because I know it was me. I didn't show up. Matter of fact, I have a client the other day. She said, I've been waiting for my call, but you haven't called me. I said, excuse me? I haven't called you. I have a link. You can book a call at any time. You have my personal cell phone number. You can call me. You can text me. It was just so, but she was like, well, my clients, I'm just used to my clients calling me. I apologize. Okay, well, this is not that industry and I'm not a client. So you should book a call. So Joy at Joy Maxwell and Co. Go ahead and connect with Joy. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, it's definitely by you, Joy. It's definitely by you. Because I heard
she's
her.
Not. They actually went into the restaurant. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
They've already gone into the restaurant. I was sitting in the car waiting just to finish up with you. They've gone into the restaurant already.
Okay, well, we're going to let Joy go because, listen, it is Mother's Day. She's with her husband.
Love you
She's
guys.
With her company. But, Joy, we appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Joy at joymaxwellandco.com. Tap into Joy. Joy, you are amazing. Not only are you a friend, a business partner, a client, but you are my sister from another mister. I love you, and I appreciate you. Mwah!
Mwah. Bye. Love you too. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everybody.
Woo! Yes, that is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's about. Just go ahead and tap into Joy. Nick is going to come back because he was in the airport, right? He was in the airport. The audio was choppy, but we said we're going to show up even on Mother's Day. And ladies, I appreciate each and every one of you for being here on this Sunday, the 20th episode of Sunday Speaker Series with moi, Dr. Tina D. Lewis. That is our story. We're sticking to it. Thank you so much for being here. Matter of fact, I want to invite you, if you would like to speak, we have some amazing events coming up. We're going to be in New York in July 10th and 11th, but we're also going to be in London on June 30th through July the 2nd. So tap in. We're going to Italy. We're speaking at the University of Johannesburg. We're going to be in South Africa. We're going to be in Dubai. We are going to be in Egypt, and we're going to be in India and back to Spain. We're going to be in Barcelona. So with that being said, if you have a message, a product, or a service that you would like to share with the world, tap in and email us at speak@globalwomenspeakers.com. Speak@globalwomenspeakers.com. The email is there. Speak@globalwomenspeakers.com. Not only that, listen, we would love for you to complete our intake form at globalwomenspeakers.com so you can either speak, sell your services and your products, or just simply network with women around the globe. That's it for now. We appreciate you. We love you. And I just want to say, God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless your dreams. My name is Dr. Tina D. Lewis. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Bye-bye.